Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara. Today I'm talking about my VidCon experience and I really hope I can get across all the points that I want to hit without missing one and explaining them well. I'm very bad at just talking, I've noticed, so if you have any additional questions, leave them down below. I will reply and I will hopefully, answer anything you have to ask, just because when I went to VidCon I had no idea what it was going to be like and it was a lot different than I ever imagined. So the main things I'm going to talk about are the signing lottery, which was brand new this year. I went to the 6th annual VidCon and they added this signing lottery, which I will talk all about, and of course within the next few years I'll probably figure it out and have it down perfect. I think just because this was the first year there were some kinks and whatever, but anyway, I'm going to go into that later. I will also talk about panels and just meeting people. It was so incredibly easy to meet a ton of people who I love and watch religiously, and yeah, I'm going to talk about those three things, and I just hope that I don't miss anything too important, but yeah. The first thing I will say is this was my first ever YouTube convention and it was incredible. It was so awesome. My original plan was to go to BeautyCon LA with my best friend, Serena. She's the one I went with. If you didn't watch my VidCon vlog, she was in it the entire time. But yeah, we were both planning to go to BeautyCon LA just because we both watch a lot of beauty YouTubers and we just thought that would be the better fit for us. But I am so happy we went to VidCon just because it was over the course of 3 days, all day long. It was $150, so if you think about it, that's like $50 per day, whereas BeautyCon was like $25, I think, but it was super crowded and in one day. So that's just kind of like how my thought process went about it. We went to VidCon and the first thing is the signing lottery. So we did the signing lottery back in June and you have like a list of however many really big name YouTubers like Tyler Oakley and Fun for Louie and just very big people who would have their own signings, and you pick your top 15 and then out of that 15 it will randomize just by your tops and who's everyone else's top. And yeah, so for that I got Gigi Gorgeous and Lauren Elizabeth. I met both of them and they were incredible and that was awesome. But the problem with the signing lottery is this happened to my best friend Serena. She did not get people she really wanted to meet just because there were a lot of big name people and she still didn't know all of them, so she just kind of filled out the 15, her top 15 with whoever, and then she ended up getting someone she didn't necessarily know, and so she only got to meet Megan Rings, whereas a lot of other people, because it's 2 to 4, a lot of people may have gotten 4 people, whereas she only got 1. So I hope I explained that well. I just think they need to figure out like a better system, and of course it's the first year, they're gonna have problems like that, and it was totally up to Serena to not go to the second person's signing, and it's just kind of a bummer that that happened because I think we should all have an equal opportunity to meet the people we want, whereas she just kind of filled out the 15 because it was an obligation. So that's the very first problem that we had. And so the signing lottery, you go in to this separate room from the convention. It's a whole nother hall, but it's separate, if that makes sense. And you line up and you wait, and then the person comes out and you meet them. You wait in line for probably like 2 hours, which is again just another problem, but at least you have like this for sure chance of meeting them, whereas in VidCons in the past people have said that they would wait like 8 hours to meet Tyler Oakley, and then that wouldn't happen. And I think that's the whole reason why they created this signing lottery, so that everyone had people that they would meet, which is nice. It's well thought out, and of course they just have to fix out some little kinks, which is bound to happen with the first time. I feel like I'm repeating myself now, but yeah, that was awesome. So I met Gigi Gorgeous and Lauren Elizabeth, and both of them were so good at just kind of like interacting with the line of people. They weren't like completely ignoring us and trying to make sure we weren't bored for the 2 hours or whatever, and then you would go up, get a picture, say whatever you want to say. The only thing I will say is I think that it was a little bit rushed just because the security guards, which isn't their fault, you know, they were probably demanded by the people of VidCon and whatever to kind of hurry along the process, but since it's like these are for sure people that we have to meet, we really want to meet them. We don't want to just stop and say hello and get a picture. I mean, at least I don't think that's worth it at all. So that was one of the only things as well that I was just like, you know, whatever. But so like I said, I met Gigi Gorgeous and Lauren Elizabeth, and they were both so sweet. They are such great people, and I just loved meeting them. I love their meetups, and it was just fun. And I realized this, but one of the best things about VidCon was you were sitting like in a line or was standing in a line and whatever, but everyone around you is there for the same reason, and everyone's just super friendly and happy and like ready to meet whoever it is or whatever, and it was just incredible. So that was great, and yeah. So next I will talk a little bit about panels, because going into it I had no idea what the panels were going to be like, and there were so many different kinds of panels. The ones I went to were like race and representation, the LGBTQ on YouTube, and like, you know, I think like women on YouTube, and yeah, I'm pretty sure those were like the main ones I wanted to go to. Of course, like opening ceremony and ending ceremony I went to as well, which was just a ton of fun. The opening ceremony and ending ceremony was just you go in and there's like a whole opening ceremony and people just welcome you to VidCon. There's a ton of YouTube people that come out and talk, and I don't know what else to say. It was fun. The different panels that I mentioned, like women on YouTube, were just people talking about like these different issues that happen on YouTube, and that was so incredible. Like Lacey Green hosted the Women on YouTube one, of course, and I just feel like I learned so much, and it was really just an incredible thing to be a part of, to listen to, and I'm sure there are videos of these different panels online. You can pretty much search for any of them. I'm sure they were recorded in some form, and yeah, so there were those, and then there were also like Q&A panels, pretty much throughout the entire day. Each day there were like different rooms for different panels and things, and I know Laura DIY had her own panel, but that was for like creators only, I'm pretty sure, and then same with Aspen Ovard. So there was just so many different kinds, whether it would be like Q&A or about social justice like the ones I mentioned, or just like how to grow your channel and create a channel and stuff like that. So it was a huge variety, which was something I was not expecting at all, and that was really cool to see as well. I will try and look for the panels that I went to and leave them down below. They are like an hour long if I remember right, so definitely grab some popcorn or whatever, but they are definitely worth watching if you're interested. Look out for that. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is just how easy it was to see people just wandering around. If you had them on Snapchat or Twitter or whatever, they would sometimes kind of hint at where they were, and it was so easy to find a person. Like Maddie Bragg arrived at VidCon like the first day, and so everyone kind of swarmed around her, and then just a line created to take a picture and meet her and whatever, and that was honestly really easy to find them that way, because there's just like this huge line and you're like, oh, I wonder who's like at the end of that one. And yeah, like I said, I was not expecting to meet so many people like I did. I met Maddie Bragg, Ali Marie Evans, Claudia, Alex, A-Dubs, Drew Mack, Lindsay Hughes, Megan Hughes. I just met a ton of awesome people, and you know, some of them were a little more not willing to talk, but you know, that's whatever, that's their right. But someone who talked a lot to me and Serena was Alex, A-Dubs, and she is such a great human. I am now obsessed with her after meeting her at VidCon. And I think that's one of the coolest things at VidCon, is just you get a whole new kind of sense of like YouTube and the people there, because you're meeting them and you're talking to them like face to face. Like, it just kind of changed my perspective on all of that stuff, which is cool and interesting. And after VidCon, I kind of felt like reborn and like rejuvenated to continue making videos and stuff. So that's awesome, and I really don't know what else to say. I hope this video covered a lot of things that you may have been worried about or wondering about, and if you still have anything, leave it down below. Please, please, please. I will reply as best as I can, and look out for my description box where I will leave the different panels that I went to. They are so informative. Lacey Green is awesome. The LGBTQ on YouTube panel was also incredible. I almost started crying when Ingrid was on stage, just because I met her earlier that day, and then she was just, yeah, anyway, so just look out for those things. I will put them down below. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and just look down there, comment down there, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone!